just as I would ask you to pray for me, I would ask the saints to pray for me because they're not dead. In fact, they're more alive. This is why when St. Paul says, "For me to live is Christ and to die is gain," we take that very seriously and say, well, their ability to pray for us is only increased in the age to come. Now,
Hmm.
sometimes we get glimpses into that, and again, there's more like obvious intercessions when saints appear to people. I know people. In fact, we had this happen in my parish recently, just some months ago, where somebody going through a very very difficult situation. I don't want to give the details because they're not really ready to talk about it publicly yet. But they were going through a really difficult time in their family. There was a tall, strong looking black man who walked up to them with a beard and started consoling them. He consoled the husband and the wife separately. And without them ever having met him, they didn't know anything about him. He didn't ask. He just said, this situation's going to turn out okay. It's going to be okay. And they kind of looked around for him afterwards. They didn't even know that they both had the same experience with the same guy. Looked around later, couldn't find him, and so they were ready to ask me, like, who is this man who's visiting the parish? Till they looked up on the wall and saw the icon of Saint Moses the Black,
No
and they
way.
said, well, that's the guy. Like, this
Oh
is the
my gosh.
this is normal because the
Wow.
line between life and death for us is basically gone. We pass from life to truer life. So why do we ask the saints to pray for us? In response to that question, I always ask people, why do you ask other people to pray for you? Because the more voices praying for you, the better. And people will then say, well, is there any difference between asking, Joe Schmo across the street to pray for me and asking a saint? Well, James tells us the prayers of a righteous man availeth much.